Hello everybody, and welcome back, of course, to the Authority Leagues Season 4. My name is Dutchboy. It was a very long delay. I didn't really realize that the game had already started, but we're still here, joined by Ryan Rumbles, and we were not gonna stream the game. We were just 13 rounds late, and that's a mistake I've never made before. But for everything, that's the first time. But second to last, how are you, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I mean, Happy New Year, by the way. It's already
Yeah.
2023. We haven't seen during that time. No casting, no games in Authority Leagues. And now we're back, of course. Playing game here between Inferus and Kova. As you can see, it's pretty much full swing on Vertigo. Half of the first map has been roughly played already. While Wolfie snapped a very good frag there on Spy. On stairs, but overall, it seems like a very balanced matchup so far, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it's quite good. I mean, we are in the playing stage right now. I was gonna do a full analysis of how things are going and full predictions and stuff, but we'll probably do that after this map. But in the playing stage, we already know that teams are going to play against other teams which are like quite close with each other. In the group stage, you still had like favorites and also not favorites, as Wolf just does dirty to Passy there with Trigger Discipline. But we're getting into a stage, best of threes as well. Everything is going to be quite close, quite head-to-head. And so, things will definitely be looking quite good. This is also the map pick from Kova Academy. And, I mean, you can already tell, it's close by, of course. It's seen as a little bit more of a city-sided map in particular, this map. But if you look at the Kova Academy side, they still have gotten themselves 6 rounds. So, they're looking quite good. It's going to be very close. It's going to be very fun.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Inferus starts off that round very well, defending B stairs there, dragging down Physian and Pasisaurus right there, but Spy is there, ready with the Deagle waiting, but that doesn't stop Root Canoe there, and yeah, Kova, well, their chances of getting this round are fairly minimal right now, and probably going to be the end of the first half of this map. And actually coming into this matchup as well, as you talked about it, we definitely wanted to make like predictions and stuff, but I definitely expected Kova Academy to be like the weaker side here, despite both teams being from ECA Open, being fairly equal. Inferus making the playoffs several times, Kova not so much. Their team this time isn't really signed up either for the ECA, so we don't know why they're being dropped yet. You know, it's start of the year, pre-season. A lot of teams are making changes, academy teams are being released, so on. If players are aging, they can't sign up for academy leagues and so on. But these players, as far as I know, are still like 17, 18 years old and could very well be something for the future.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is also, right, inside of the Authority League, we're basing these playing stages off of how the groups just went. So, for example, the number 1 team immediately gets themselves spot into the playoffs, of course, but then we're doing a seeding based on the rankings. And Kova Academy was a team that came here, like, from the lower part. They played versus Gamma X, they won that game, so that was a very nice win to take for the side from Kova. After that, it did already change. That's nice. It changed automatically, the HUD. I thought I had to change it back, but that's not the case. That is also my first time observing and hosting an all-streamer on Authority League, so that's also a thing. No, but Inferus International was a team that made it through into this play-in stage and is where they are right now. Kova Academy already had to play, which means they had already faced weaker teams, which should theoretically mean that Inferus Academy is going to be the more favored team looking to go into this game. But we're not seeing that right now, at least for the first map. It is Kova's map pick. It is still the city side coming up, so I feel like they have a quite good chance to close this out. Then moving into Mirage and Inferno, there might be some different stories ahead. So we're going to see how that goes. The bomb has been planted. Cast some Valorant lady as well. Here they go, moving in towards the ramp. It's Spy finding a headshot, and Zeal picking up one as well. It's looking good. Kova Academy finding the retake. This is a quite nice one, Ryan, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, and we're seeing now, well, it's pretty much an easy defuse right there, and 7 rounds, not too bad heading into their T side. Of course, they need to pull some strings now to get ahead, but I think there's, the train really hasn't went away from them right now, just 2 rounds behind. So far, I know they had a very good comeback as well, I think, at the start of the first half. So everything is still possible, and for me at least, that fourth place finish I think they had in Group B is very recommendable, because that group, I felt like it was more competitive, considering nobody went 6-0 like BM went in Group A. There were very large one-sided scores there, but there we saw some mix-ups in Group B, like RQS and 95 Vikings, you know, trading some wins and losses, and everything in the end was quite balanced.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I really looked into is, that was a little bit of a laggy moment there, but Kova Academy as well, right? They weren't the ones to look that good inside of the group. As we see the B push going in, I tried to speak, but we're ready to go in. They're gonna walk their way through. Ajax, the one to find the first kill. Spy, he's tucked into this pillar, has something to say, drops the bomb. A nice double there for Spy, tries to find the triple. Sowers hears at least the Wolf coming in. He makes himself that kill go through. Even some BM. Root the one to drop down. And Kova Academy, they playing against the Force now for Inferus. And this is something else, because now they can find themselves the AKs, find themselves the Khalils, make the round happen, and also gain some advantage into the following bit. 2 Khalils picked up, 1 AK. What I was trying to say, Kova Academy, you mentioned the part from BM, right? BM Esports going unbeaten inside of Group A, and then Kova Academy were the ones who, or RQS were the ones to be like that inside of the other group. But Kova Academy was the one to still like beat RQS on the final stretch after that to make it happen and get themselves that victory inside of the Group B. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do, because Kova Academy, against small fishes, they might not be able to find themselves easy wins, but they still won versus RQS.
Yeah, and interesting enough, it was on Vertigo as well. I think 3 of their group stage games were on Vertigo, so it definitely is their map. It is their comfort pick here, and I'd expect them to make this difference back here now, and they have already tied levels, so it's all good. And like we saw from the round before this one, Spy was living up to his name, nicely denying that B push. And overall, it seems like the team is working together nicely. You can see that from the scoreboard as well. And yeah, I feel like they are just like a very nice academy team. You know, sometimes there's like ego issues, whatnot. Some players standing out, getting all the frags. But Kova's team, they seem like they are a unit.
Yeah, and they're playing like one now as well. 6 rounds on the T side, first few rounds going their way, and also picking up an entry here. It's not just only, for example, Sowers push it in. Now it's Lemu ready to trade him out if needed. Wasn't needed this time, but still comes out to pick up more. Then Sowers finally falls, which gives the side from Inferus a chance to get things going. They also, or that was actually not, it was actually Myth, but I think Adi here actually, considering he doesn't have the logo yet, is probably like a new player joined in towards the Inferus side. He is known to be a player that we already saw in the Authority League many times, and now he's back here on the Inferus roster. Wolf and Bernacue are actually able to find themselves a double here in this round. Fusion still with a trade, and that gives an opportunity, but Adi's still with the op. He's still down to 1 HP, though he's gonna try to be flanked. As Spy gets spotted out, they can try to run to the side, but it's planted for default.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. I mean, Spy could try to get out of his position right now, but he's going to be met by Bernali, I think, and that spray does connect, gets Spy down. It's the 10th for Inferus. It was a bit nervous there, like you said, Addy down to 1 HP, but managed to play him out of that position, just flashing and pushing him back a little bit, and forcing Spy to waste time, considering scaffolds, but didn't work out in the end. And looks like timeout being called as well, possibly from Kova's side, looking at that economical situation as well.
Yeah, I'm not too sure which side this time it goes. It is a pause, which means that we don't get to see it. It could be lasting like 3 minutes. I made the tournaments myself where they're playing in, and I'm not too sure anymore. It's been a long time. We've had a Christmas break, of course. Hope everyone had a fun Christmas and a New Year, of course. But yeah, this is we're gonna wait. Maybe some technical issues here and there, but yeah. First they pick themselves up around. Kova definitely have to think about if they want to invest, and that's what they're gonna do, because they're going to be on double eco here. I mean, the reason why I mentioned that plant in that type of moment, like Kova Academy was trying to make a retake happen with one guy coming in from ramp, and if you want to like stay not exposed on the A side, you gotta stay on the other side of the default, and if it's planted on default, you still gotta like swing out and make a play. So I thought they might be both going into connector and kind of ruin their after plant situation. They still stay close, and down to 4 HP for Barnacle and 1 HP for Adi still left. So it was very close call. Kova Academy need to get back into this game, of course, because if Inferus can start building up, that T economy is going to be through the roof. That's not something you want to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, and it did look like Inferus was calling that timeout, so it might have been just a real life problem right now, stopping them. But we should be off right away now, and like you said, Inferus already has all these guns on the board, that AWP as well, which probably hasn't found too much fun there today in the hands of Adi, and he only has 7 kills. But I feel like the nerf of AWP actually has had a very big impact right on Vertigo, spamming the smokes, you know. But Root already opening up nicely, and that boost is doing wonders. Lambo goes down, and Kova's economy, like I said, already down the drain. Just 2 deagles, 2 rifles. A-hold is going to be really difficult here.
Yeah, not easy. I mean, you pick away 1 M4, you only have 2 deagles and 2 M4s remaining. Not too much.
Yeah, both of these players actually on side alley, but everything is clear. Send back to there. Inferus can open up the play. Now these arrows, and Spy being dropped as well. It's 2 on 5 now, and that A site is as good as theirs.
As good as can be. I mean, I'm trying to... I see that my map is still overflowing, so I'm gonna try to get that fixed. Right here and now it's...
Trying to get some late skills, yeah, tries to snatch something at least. Well, Physian is still alive, he's in a pretty bad position. Can't get anything from it. Does hit a shot, but Ajax as well pushing. He was in a crossfire anyways. Just wishful thinking there, but 11-9 is the scoreboard now. Inferus just taking up the lead now, building that economy. Some decent bits of utility as well in play here, which is nice to see. Kova, of course, they can't go with armor, they can't go with diffuse kits, they just go with a full P250 buy. That's something.
That's quite huge. Very well done here for, or very well done for Inferus to keep their heads up. You're losing 3 rounds in a row. Gonna think like, is it still possible? You lost the first fight, and now you're back, potentially making a 12-9 score, making yourself be 4 rounds away from closing out the opponent's map pick. Keep that in mind. Great shot there for Root. And it's gonna be Spy falling down. The pistols needing to do some work. The swing coming out. It's still a great pick from... Basishore is coming out. Barnacle still finding himself a double, and he's rotating over. They're going there all the way into the B site right now, making their way over, and the rotations are going to be quite hard. Basisaurus and Fusion having to be the 2 people to step up, but they don't even have armor to back themselves up. Now an M4.
Yeah, but, you know, the site was completely exposed. Even cooler side, there's nothing they can do. Fusion on mid, but already sprayed down by Wolfie. It's just Basisaurus probably thinking of saving that rifle. They do have the loss bonus for them. They can make a buy happen, but it's not really much, you know. You can't rely on that too much here. I was hoping for some exit kills, but that's not the way they're heading, I think.
Let's see if this is the command that I need to use. No, lucky. Still, the map is overrun, but it's still like you can at least see it. See how Basisaurus is gonna do, because he's getting challenged by multiple directions. It's Barnacle who finds the final kill, and that is all of a sudden 3 rounds in a row won by Kova Academy, but also 3 as an answer for Inferus. And they're, as I said, slowly building up that economy. If Kova Academy loses this round, this might just be a done deal already.
Yeah, definitely, and it does seem, you know, it's steamrolling already. End of the map, it's getting more and more difficult, obviously. And what's here, of course, Kova Academy, they don't have diffuse kits once again, you know, but here Spy doing a good job, like he has down on B side already. There's some friendly fire in wall. Spy is taking them down one by one. Wolfie there, Seal goes down, the Spy is still standing, and Fusion helps out on T mid.
Yeah, this is very well done. Kills are coming in, and Kova Academy as well with their backs against the wall. They're making it happen. Down to the drain, but Brood's still finding one. That's a trade. They're walking up the A side. And as you can see, Kova Academy making their way over. But they might even be too late. The only one there is Fusion. And I don't think he wants to contest it. Play for the retake. But it still gives an opportunity. A window for Inferus International.
Yeah, he got volleyed out of position. But here's Lamu, gets one down. The planter is ready. He doesn't get the bomb down. And ticking. The offer is in place. But Root Gnu nicely does it. Sprays it through the wood. 2 players left for the retake to happen. Both players very low on HP. Post-launch utility really bad for Root as well. He's just trying to take the duels, but he fails doing so.
I think he picked out the bomb at that point. I think he just wanted to go for the fake plant. That was a wrong...
Yeah.
That was the worst mistake he could have ever made, of course. Maybe plant on default, fake it out, then swing to the right side. But he went for the close one. Tried to play it fancy, but Fusion had no prisoners. Took down his own teammate as well for it. But and as long as you secure the kill, I guess there's something to say for it.
Yeah, Kova Academy now going out with a little bit of a force here. 2 FAMAS, 1 UMP, not the best weapons available, of course, but still, it has to make something with it. Pazzi drops to 4 HP. This is something they don't want so early into the round, but Lamu goes pushing, might find Bernawi. Bernawi was turned the wrong way, and still, Wolfie gets the refrag on the other side.
Good. Walking his way up, taking down Zeal. Ajax will also find himself a kill, but there's still a Lamu here. They don't know he's there, or, I mean, he's gotten a kill, so they should know. There's still somewhere on the A side. If they looked at the kill feed, they must know there's still someone there. A D-scoped in, checking short in just a few moments, you would want to say, missing a shot, but now they probably know. Still not really too sure. He's just b-hopping around. Could find his own grave there. Just bunny-hopping. Spotting out Lamu playing the freaking discipline. Adi, what are you doing?
I mean, okay, that's a very fancy 8th kill of the game. Just long spotted, gets back, gets the kill. And round was already done anyways, but still, Inferus 3 in the lead. 3 away from winning this map, winning Kova Academy's map pick, and they are back against the wall anyways, Kova right now. Once again, back to pistols, back to P250s. Couple of deagles there, but no utility. They are just bare exposed. Stripped down right now. Zeal taken out already in the first 10 seconds. It's getting difficult for Kova here.
Not too easy, Barnack. He is having some trouble. But he finds himself some damage. That's all that's needed in this round. They have the weaponry advantage, Ryan. They have things to work with. And with Fusion being down to low HP, I mean, that Barnay player doesn't even matter being down to low HP. If the boost comes out, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, well done. And now Lamu already pulling over, but Bernawi spotted him. No, it's too late, but Pazzi gets taken out. Still 3 on 3 right now. On the board, 1 AK being picked up. Lamu is demolishing with them. Adi, still alive, misses the shot. Lamu is pushing in, but here Fusion might lose his life instead. Wolfie takes a couple of hits, but the box stops it a little bit.
This is incredible. Wolf still having a chance to find something back, but you gotta say, this was just a full and through eco.
They have the bomb under the ball right now. Adi forced to drop back again. This is another shot. And he's going to be pushed from 2 sides. And he's going to be overrun. He finds the little curve. Oh, he finds the second. This is madness.
Adi, second time in a row just bunny hopping around and running down close. They've tried to make it happen. Kova Academy from a full eco. This must be devastating. Even though it wasn't their best buy. Even though they didn't have too much resources to back themselves up with. It doesn't matter. This is a round you should take all day long.
Adi was just like, you know, that last round where I got the B-hop kill on side lane. That wasn't fancy enough. We're gonna take it further there.
I mean, he wants to prove you wrong.
Yeah. He finds Lamu this time, who was demolishing Inferus in the last one. Pazzi should have known the stage down. He's under fire now. Almost finds no, but Adi's there. Still, that was the wrong player who's causing the trouble. Pazzi goes down finally, and now Inferus can breathe a little bit and march up the ramp.
Getting closer. Root still with the AWP now, posted up, got switched back, got Bogdan out, Eddie again with a triple. I mean, it's like casters do that sometimes. They say, yeah, this guy gotta step up, and next round he's gonna do that. He's gonna prove everybody wrong. And so he did to us. Adi playing a very, very solid game right now. Probably getting his team over the line with the plays he just did. It's all left in the hands of Zeal and Spy, though.
The problem is with this buy, if they lose this round, Kova Academy, they don't have anything in the potentially last round. The loss bonus won't help them out, but Spy does get one trade actually, and he's still alive. Maybe something possible here. Bomb isn't being planted yet. Eddie missed the timing a little bit. Decided to get a new angle, but Bernabi already pushing out, gets Spy down. Inferus up to 15 and looking comfortable right now on these match points.
Yeah, they have multiple, and if you look at it right now, it's not going to get like a lot better. The way CT economy works, everybody knows it's just quite hard. If you have only one player surviving, you're gonna have buys like this with MP9s and FAMASs every single time, whereas Inferus has 10k now to work with. So even if Kova finds himself one round with just one player alive, it's going to be hard, and Wolf starting things off great isn't gonna help with that either. Fusion with the trade, giving themselves a chance to fight back here, but Root has different plans. Inferus International having themselves are in a very good spot to close out map 1.
Yeah, you know, Inferus just working the map like a SEAL team, going around, finishing Kova Academy's players every angle possible, and right now, bomb already planted, very tough retake here. Pazisaurus taken out last just with a scout, and he's being dropped 16 to 10 is the first map. Vertigo.
Yeah, it's first map done and dusted. Inferus getting the win. No idea why my game is in Dutch now for some reason, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna move into our camps really quickly, as we are probably just gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about this game in particular and how it has been going, but also just doing a pre-show in general, as that's something we still have yet to do, yet to accomplish, but we'll just do that real quickly. So of course, as I mentioned, we're now in the play-in stage. Inferus just was the one to pick up map 1. I mean, what were your feelings from this small bit that we just saw, Ryan?
I feel like that kinda sums it up, right? I mean, Kova, they started out very well, but I feel like that T side was not prepared. They couldn't really do anything, you know, the force was not there. And they did actually meet a lot of powerful teams, right, in Group B, playing Vertigo as well. They lost the such games as well, very close scores. I think they played against Inferus' second team as well, Inferus Academy. Lost that one on Vertigo as well. It was very similar. They did pretty well on their CT side, but then the T side was kind of bad, and that's where it all went. And now we're seeing it all again now.
Yeah, we'll have to see how things are going to be looking further on, of course, and we'll just take a look real quickly at the bracket and stuff, just to get things going, of course. If we look at the bracket ourselves, we'll take a look at it real quickly, of course. The standings that we just saw, you mentioned, Group A, of course, having BMB the #1 team out there, and everybody else seeded, as you guys can see, will be resulting into a play-in stage where we are playing in right now, where of course Kova Academy managed to win versus Gamma X. They were the #5 seed, if I'm not mistaken, of their group, now making it into this match versus Inferus International, which obviously got from a higher seed themselves. So we'll have to see how they can still manage themselves. There's still 2 maps coming ahead potentially that they can take. We'll see how that goes. There's also a match currently going on, X Immensity versus Myth Esports, or X Myth Esports, we should say, as they are not playing for that organization anymore. But yeah, we'll jump into a short little bit of a break, as there's also people calling me for the different match to take a look as an admin. So we aren't on the best of days, but hopefully you guys still are enjoying the stream, and that's what matters. We'll see you guys back after a short little bit of a break, and then we're going to be here with the second map, and potentially the last one for Inferus to move on to that final round of the play-in stage. Hello everybody and welcome back. We will be starting from the start, starting off with the knife round of course. My name is still DutchBoyCast or Jesse, whatever you want to call me. I'm still joined by Ryan Rumbles for this second map, potentially last one as well, because Inferus just won the opponent's map pick. I mean, it wasn't convincing probably on the first half, which we didn't see, but the second half, the side where you kind of expected it the least, Inferus played absolutely amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And moving into this one as well now, Inferno, which was the most picked map by Inferus International, and I think not only in Authority Leagues, but also in ECA Open when they played it. I expect great things from them here, because only team they lost against on Inferno, I think, was BM, and they just steamrolled Group A. So I'd expect Inferus to do much better here, but I guess we have to just wait and see. Kova starting obviously on the CT side.
Yep, they're choosing for it, and we'll see how they can do it. It's gonna be quite hard on this map to make a good appearance on the CT side. Map turned slightly bit more to the T side as well, and considering how Inferus played on that map of Vertigo, we'll see this map being probably, I could say, a little bit the same. I think that's going to be the case. It's, after all, not Tier 1 or Tier 3 CS. It's still a little bit further away, but there's a lot of... no, I mean, that means there's a lot of randomness happen here. We see that quite often. I mean, in Tier 3 we see it exactly the same. So yeah, you could actually compare it to it. But it's mostly seen to be a little bit of a random scene. So whatever happens, I mean, one game can be 16-1 and the other game can be 16-1 for the other team, basically.
Yep. And stuff has been going on already. Inferus just melted that B-side defense. Started off from a very proactive push from Lamu, but his creep was not very fruitful, as we saw, and Inferus got the site really easily. Spy was still around, but dies to burn. Now he's still in USP here, and Inferus starting off winning the pistol round. Already good stuff from them. Maybe looking to make a rifle investment here. A lot of money actually on their side.
Yeah, they probably should. It's going to be a pass coming out.
Yep.
Gives me some time to check out for the other match how it was going. They had a slight bit of a delay.
Right.
We're going to be... they're also going to be ongoing. We will keep you guys updated about that match as well as what the scores are, how maps are going. But we'll still have to see, because that game is going to be starting a little bit later than this one is. And if Inferus is going to win this one quite quickly, we might not be able to see that, of course. But that's the thing we're going to have to find out. We see Kevin joined in. That's obviously the bot, not a real player, because Adi just left the server. Probably has some issues, trying to get them fixed. Then we'll see how Inferus is going to respond to this or deal with this.
Yep.
Because issues do occur. And Adi, I mean, he played good in the final bits of the half, so he is hoping to get that trend going further, of course.
Yeah, and we won't be seeing bot Kevin fragging around today.
Unlucky.
Coming back now. Yeah, 2 rifles out, just as I expected. There was actually money on root side as well, but they opted for that nearly full utility actually, and we see a decoy grenade here, which is definitely really interesting. Already very active banana push coming in now. One's hugging the wall, but he's going to be spotted. Lamu once again stripped down on banana right away. That B side holds no defense, and Inferus gets the quick second. Oh, they're gonna go hunting actually. This could go the wrong way still. No, Bernawi already straight down one. Might find the second right away. Spy eating up a lot of damage. Root is out from library, and it's a massacre.
Yeah, very nicely done. Inferus picking it up, securing themselves this first 2 rounds already. Good half. What happened to Mirage? Oh! It's actually the wrong way around. Wow.
Yep, Mirage was
Boyo.
the decider, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I switched it the wrong way around. Thank you for letting me know. We might join into the cameras real soon, and then we're just gonna get it solved. But we'll first of all see this round out in play. It's gonna be Inferno. The map we're seeing as next, and Mirage as the final one. I don't know how that's messed up.
As is tradition, Inferus continuing with the Mac tends to pile up a little bit of money here, but no, Kova's actually punishing them here with the rifles and doing very well. So top mid is completely cleared out. The apartments push was also just deleted instantly. That's a very good position, gets Adi down from the boost position, and that's pretty much it. Root's alive with the bomb, trying to enter apartments. He might get into it, but how far will he go is the question. There's a pit player still in place, hasn't moved 1 inch, and Root has to puzzle together a route onto a safe site.
It's going to be hard for him to make this play. It's Fusion still left, waiting inside of pit. He should be finding the kill here. Pretty easy. As Root is moving in, moving up. Had it spotted. Kill was found in Kova Academy, finding themselves the first round. Giving us some time to move back into the cameras real quickly. And for me to change up the maps real quickly around. That should be all good already and set soon.
Yep, and Inferus now getting that full buyout. Talking about the brackets a little bit, as we did before, we didn't really get to discuss it a lot. Actually, we are in play-in semi-finals, right? Next up, I'll play in finals.
Yep.
And Inferus would be meeting Hot and Spicy, former Organics, if I'm not mistaken. And actually in their group, Hot and Spicy won Inferus International. I think it was 16-6. And that's very interesting to look forward to if Inferus do get through this matchup here, as they are quite close already.
And we're back.
Kova hasn't said no yet. Spy, that's... the Molotov lands in. Spy and gets sprayed down. That's a great timing for Navi and Inferus. Opening up top mid. Brackets is cleared. There's one player still very close by, but Sig is spotted. Legs out of the smoke. And Ajax not giving a chance there for Kova. One player here. And he's not taken care of. Fusion still alive. They're waiting for the drop for Navi. Hunts him down like a sitting duck he was there.
This is Inferus making the round happen. Are gonna find themselves their third. And just like that, Barney finding a triple in this round as well. The T side for Inferus, once again, as they're looking to like really start to fall. Like Kova Academy winning a very important round. Of course, it was with Mac 10s for Inferus, of course. Meaning that they were going to go into like a buy with full AKs, etc. But still, considering the fact that you win yourself a round and then immediately Inferus is always there with an answer, you would say there's some sort of an appearance inside of Inferus' head, like we just lost ourselves a round, we're going to see a little bit of a disadvantage moving into the next round, but they're not caring. Every round is a different thing for Inferus, and that's a mindset that you need to have, and something that Inferus definitely has under their belt.
Yeah, Inferus just great map control there. They saw Spy passing by the window early on in the house and read it perfectly, received him down on stairs. Now they're pushing and pretty much enveloping that A site. There is one player in Speedway, but they're just clearing that A site with such speed, such velocity. There's nothing Kova Academy can do. That one player now is just left wondering what to do. Lamu is just so out of it. He can't even make a step.
Getting completely annihilated, and Lamu waiting long, getting swung on. Very well done there, actually. Like, the team play for Inferus is so good. I mean, there's definitely, Inferno is definitely a map where basic team play is rewarded very greatly. It's a map you're going to need for that as well. But, I mean, considering the fact they have found themselves 4 now, looking to find 5 with this round, probably going to be looking quite easy to be completed. It's going to be a lot more, yeah, it's happening for the side for Inferus. I mean, they're definitely playing like you should, and as you mentioned, Hot and Spicy being the next opponent for these two teams, probably. It's going to be a very, very tough matchup going up. Or is it actually RQS where they're going to play up next? I'm actually going to check out, because I'm honestly not too sure.
And RQS is on the other side, and they will be... No, it is actually. It is. They are meeting RQS Academy, because Inferus has 2 teams in the play-in stage, and they are doing very well together as an organization, actually.
Yeah, very good. Even the organization owner, Failure, is now joined into the chat. Hello, hello. I mean, this team is definitely performing quite good. I mean, they have to play versus RQS. If you're gonna be hypothetically speaking, of course, it's not a good thing to do, of course, but Kova Academy were the only ones that beat RQS inside that group stage. So if RQS is in, like, I mean, not that heat of a moment anymore, because that, I think, was also the final game of the whole group stage, they can still lose. And this match is going to be obviously on the heat of the moment. When it mattered the most, RQS was always there to win themselves their matches. But it also lets me to believe that if RQS is starting to think like a little bit weak on their opponents most of the time, that there could be some chances there. So RQS has multiple phases, and we'll have to see what phase we're gonna see of RQS when it gets to the point.
Meanwhile, Inferus getting their 5th round, and Pazzi was stripped of a stolen rifle he picked up nicely from that Eagle headshot. Nice reward for that, but still didn't survive until the end of the round. But Kova still has a full buy now, even the AWP is out, and we'll see what they can do with a top mid now. Once again, under control, but actually Fusion was pushed out of position a little bit. I'm not too sure. Fusion doesn't want to peek out really. Wolf is actually clinging to the wall here, but he gets the kill. Fusion nicely done and backs off. But meanwhile, rest of the team going up banana. Landing here to receive them. Gets one, but doesn't get the second. It's getting a bit difficult. Still one player left behind these smokes. Fuzzy trying to play around it. Tango in. Gets another one, but Addy refrags. 2 on 3 now. And well, the clock is playing in the favor of Kova Academy now. The players are all crows. They didn't need to wrap around the map. They are pretty much head to head already. But the church is closed.
Ooh, Adi. Trying to open it again, but then on the side, of course, holding on. Barney is also on low HP, so he's gonna get shut down. Spy, giving himself a window. Fusion missing, but he's gonna find a double. Picks up the AK as well, so Kova Academy giving themselves a chance to fight back is very, very close. The economy is already very good for Inferus International, but at least another round will go the way. And of course, I mean, they're finished and they have the Easy for Ends music kit, right?
Yeah.
It's made for it.
Team, you have to have it, yeah. But yeah, second round for Kova Academy, really good here. They can maintain some of the weapons, of course. They did lose a couple of them, but that's not too bad. They got an AK as a reward. Inferus still armed to their teeth right now, looking for revenge from that round. They weren't exactly in a bad position, right? They got the plant, they had everything lined up, but just one-man advantage, and Kova Academy snatched that up nicely. Lama with the MP9. Oh, gets a nice 2K.
Wolf still with a trade, so there's a chance for Inferus to fight back, but the real thing that we're looking at right now is that Kova Academy could just find themselves 2 consecutive rounds and get the economy for Inferus on a little bit of a weaker note. That silent jump might just do some amazing stuff, as they won't hear the connection still coming up, but there's obviously one guy on the B side, which is Lamu still. He pushed up a little bit too far, which gives him a bullet into his head. And that's going to mean Inferus having a chance to walk their way back into this round. It looked like it was already over with Lamu finding a triple, but Spy and Posse were already down. I didn't even realize that. It went so fast.
But the bomb is only now coming in, but Kova Academy, they don't know that. That cross-smoke was down for the whole time. They didn't know it was coming from Banana, and now they have to make that retake happen. Of course, they weren't pushing. You could see that one player, I think it was Zeal, who was positioned backwards, hoping to find someone maybe moving over to A, but now they're here, 2-on-2, Wingman retake. Let's go.
Yeah, usually retaking on Wingman is on the A side, this time on B. A very hard side to retake indeed. So is the A side, but this one, Zeal up close and Fusion with the no-scope. For some reason, Kova Academy finds themselves a way back into the round, which looked quite unthinkable due to the positioning that Inferus had, but yeah, they didn't expect the boost.
Yeah, I love the boost in caught for Navi with his pants down there, focusing on the church side, but just nicely done from Kova Academy, like you said. Now tying these rounds together, and it should be something for success now. I mean, Inferus, looking at their economy, that was the only decent round they can buy into right now. They lose this one, and it's going to be really miserable in the next. Early utility coming out, it does scar Inferus just a little bit, just tickling their toes.
And start there, they're trying to make a play, but inside of apps they go. Wolf getting shut down. Spy, beautiful kill to start things off with, and if Inferus now on their final stretch in terms of economy, they could just fold under the pressure when it matters the most, but they have done the unthinkable already inside of Vertigo, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do it this time, and at that certain point, Root says absolutely no with your type of play. I will just shut you down and make sure We have the site under control. Goes a little bit too aggressive there, Ajax, which gives Zeal the IGL a chance to make things happen. But a 3 versus 3 is all that's left. And this round, with a 3 versus 3 retake, is going to be hard for both teams to acquire.
Yeah, Molotov nicely as a second. I was thinking that maybe Zeal is closed down there, but Root destroys the banana player, so both of them at the same angle now. Fusion and Zeal together here. Maybe they can make something. Root is actually nailed to that difficult corner position here. Adi as well from banana. And it's a very weird standoff here currently. Bombi's outside, of course. Very much ahead of everyone. Close to coffins. Fusion has to push out. They're camping it, and Adi's peeking out. Gets one kill, and Zeal, he doesn't have the time anymore. Takes care of one. There's the second. But he has the kit, he can make it happen now. 3, 2, 1, but no. No way.
That is something else. 6 rounds on the board now for Inferus. No retake coming in. And it looked once again like Zeal might have just done it. But of course, in the end, we all know which way the cube fell. The way of Inferus side. And yeah, this could have been the turning point, right?
Yeah, exactly. But now they are forced onto these pistols, onto these MP9s. They did bring something on the table before early on into the game, but still, you know, it's just a couple of kills against Inferus' full wipe, and here it is, you know, they're swarming top mid. You can see Kova's Academy, they are trying to push up, but already house presence for Inferus here. Zeal, they get a couple of bullets on him, but can't take him down.
If you look at the economy now for Kova Academy, they're also once again on their final stretch. They will have to eco next one, and considering it could then be 8, not looking good. The double stack in apps isn't going to help either, as Wolf just shuts them down with the Mac 10, which also grants him quite a bit of money to play with, even finding himself a third. That's 1.8k added to your balance. I would like that on a day-to-day basis as well, but on a round-to-round basis even for him, something else. Inferus, 2 versus 4 to play with. And it's just a very clean round. Everybody getting themselves great stuff done. And Inferus, only Wolf was the only one to find kills there. But everybody was doing themselves a piece. Like that flash, that bait on short, gives Wolf the chance to find himself the third on the side.
Yeah, you can just tell, you know, Inferus is that flashy, positive, aggressive type of team. You know, looking at Addy from Vertigo, looking at Wolfie here, you know, they definitely want to hunt Kova down. And they already have his position uncovered. Unraveled, and is taken out as well. 7-3, a clean wipe once again, pretty much. Only Bernavi went down, but they can easily rebuy here. And yeah, it's just coming together nicely, and it's a pause called by Inferus. Once again, I wonder what's the issue. I'm guessing that might be internet, since they had that happening on Vertigo as well a couple of times.
Oh my. Seeing the pause coming in. We're going to see how this will go. 4 nades for Kova. You can do some spicy stuff with it. Preferring for myself to go down banana, because middle just feels like a death trap. Even though banana is also equally as much as a meat grinder as middle is. 4 AKs for Inferus to play with. And they're slowly going to start to be backing themselves up with good economy. Because that is what they did as well on the T side of Vertigo. As soon as they win one round, they string up a couple of more, string up a lot of economy. And then they're on a stomp. Then Kova Academy tries to break that momentum. They find 1, they find 2, but Inferus immediately back with some answers. And that's something I see from Inferus that I really like. Every single time the Inferus seems to be close to falling down, they just climb back up. And not only climb, they fly to the moon after that.
Yeah, definitely. And what I'd like to point out here, I support that nade buy from Kova's Academy. I guess there's a there's a stack lined up here. Adi throws one in. They are met with a lot of other nades there, and they don't really connect. Only one who was there was Adi. Everybody else was scattered around and not really playing the nades. There comes Wolfie flying in with a Mac 10 once again. It's just banging around. And Saurus been good with the pistol so far. Snatch a couple of Deagle kills. Not 5-7, but no follow-up here. Bernavi guns him down. 8th for Inferus.
It's going to be 8 rounds on the board. Kova Academy this might be one of their last chances. They have to really start potentially tying this half up or getting a close one. Otherwise, Inferus is going to look to find themselves at least a double-digit number, which should definitely mean have a very good chance to close things out. They're running down Banana Kova, but as soon as they do that, Inferus realizes that goes to middle. Zeal has some different plans, finds a double, and does a dink as well en route.
Yeah, definitely a very good fight there. And Zeal kind of sacrificed himself there, stopping Inferus right in their tracks now. Kova Academy as well. As that A site surrounded a little bit, Inferus on that short side of the site. Keeping tabs open on that smoke, seeing if everybody's behind now, and Fusion getting Fruit Gnu down, pretty much smoke in hand there. 2 against 4, Inferus looking to make that bomb plant happen, even if they go out. Eddie closing in. That AWP scope might be sticking out already there. Ooh, some bullets entering Ajax. He finds Lamo, and there's Ati coming from behind, getting the second one. Suddenly it's a 2-on-2. They got the player. They have the crossfire set up. Ati down to 34 HP. Other one is on 28. Those academies, they just need to tie it up nicely here. Incendiary forces Ajax out of position. It's just Ati on the site, fighting tooth and nail, but eventually going down. Fusion getting the defuse as well. Has the kit, and this time there's enough time.
And this is something Kova Academy needed to bounce back. Last time their T side was pretty doable, was pretty decent on Vertigo. Still 9-6 now on Inferno. They will have to find themselves a lot on the CT side first before they can talk about a proper T side, of course. But this is a chance to make things happen. Inferus once again on the edge of getting shut down. Will they get shut down? Finally, I would say for the Kova Academy side, that would mean. Because then they finally get Inferus on some sort of an eco instead of always having to fight up against the Force. And with this entry, chances are going to be there for them and string up some rounds. And you might actually be able to tie things up early on the second half.
Yeah, bomb left behind here by Inferus. They're looking to gain control of top mid again. Clearing brackets maybe. No real opposition here. Fusion is going to be peeking, and they need to be fast with it. The Fusion misses the shot. Addy is really close as well. Could be an op duel coming up there, but no, he's going to be giving up the position, and it's going to be passive hold on A site now. Meanwhile, Pasisaurus is pushed up early behind that smoke, but Ajax knows that something could be coming here. But if Pasisaurus could cut away something, this could really make the life difficult for Inferus in this round moving forward. They're going to try to push it maybe. Pasisaurus is going to be activated, but Ajax is just faster on the trigger, even though Pasi, I think he damaged both of them there, but Navi and Ajax both.
Running their way in.
Oh, it was a little sneaky fake over towards B sides,
yeah.
And Kova's Academy is eating all that up.
They're moving their way away from the A site. Now with that B presence, he was still gonna think there's something up. Gonna hear him run into library. Brene is able to take down Zeal, which was rotating. Now they know there's only one player probably on the site, as they were protecting with 2 on B. Spy inside of the smoke, still having different plans, spotting out the player, doing some wallbang damage, not able to take him down. Missed shot as well with the AWP. There was a chance that he still had, but now he's a sitting duck on the side. Final player spotted. Spy cleaning up the round. That's a single show of Spy, but it's something that Kova Academy desperately needed to find their way back into this map. And they have just done it. Finally, Inferus is going to be with their backs against the wall in terms of economy. Probably going to have to go for an Armored Deagle buy to have themselves a buy next one.
Yeah, great round from Kova Academy, right? I mean, it looked like lost the way they pulled over 2 more players over towards B, but that's the problem with Inferno's A site, right? You have that player in place, and the terrorist is just going to have a really hard time if it's not cleared. And not to mention there was a smoke as well, just making his life more easier there. And they bought themselves enough time, got these players back, and Inferno's plans.
He kills himself.
Yeah, I completely missed that now.
Wow, I completely missed out on that too, but no, Inferus, you're not just gonna pull this round off, right? Pasi is pushing down with the M4, spraying down a...
How did that spray connect? How even all across that
yeah,
distance?
I'm so confused. He just kept his mouse one in for some reason.
Yeah,
but
it's just like, hey,
I guess it
let's
works.
go straight, right?
I guess it works. That's the way we can describe it. 8-5, turned into 8-6 here, as Wolf falls down, and it's gonna be 6 on the board now for the side from Kova Academy. And they're just 1 round away now from getting this game quite close.
Yeah, Lama with the Stewie side was just like, hey, let's nerf our side a little bit. We're just too hard on Inferus right now, and even now they won that round 4-on-5 pretty much since round start, and it did feel like that round was without the plan, of course, for Inferus. We die, and they were like all around the map. Still now, this seems to be like an apartment crawl a little bit, moving inside already, entering. Are they going to be hard clearing it? The Incendiary is down, Spy in his classic position here. Doesn't look like a very good round lining up for Inferus. They're just going for the waterfall, and it almost works out, but Navi stands. Fusion takes 1 out. Zeal once again on the refrag. 3-on-2. Inferus has the site for a second. They get the bomb planted. They get their positions in nicely. The smokes are still standing. And they actually have some nice post plant utility left. They have a smoke, they have a Molotov, but that doesn't matter. The Fruit is just pushing out to his death.
He's the one to fall down. It's all left to Ajax to close things out. But he's going to be the one to fall down as well. And just like that, 7 rounds is going to be on the board for the Kova Academy side. So, a very nice one to say the least. I mean, they find 4 in a row, as you can see on the scoreboard right now. People are definitely showing up. So, yeah, I'm actually quite surprised.
Yeah, 8-3 right was the last round, which was really great from Inferus' side. And then just 4 rounds pieced together from Kova's Academy out of nowhere. And some of these rounds, Inferus' players were just, you know, players were just spinning around. It didn't look good at all. And now we are already into the second half. And Kova's Academy on the T side, let's see what they can do here. It needs to be better than their Vertigo's T side was.
That's a sure thing. I mean, they'll have to make things happen. I mean, their CT side on Vertigo definitely has some, or their T side on Vertigo, as you mentioned, we had only 6 rounds, whereas Inferus then went on to clean things up. Still looked like 6 was doable, but they're just getting shut down here. Wow, Kova Academy trying to walk their way up through that short smoke they threw themselves, but they're not even fighting on brackets. They're just fighting from sight, and it works out.
Yeah, pretty much just pit players lined up there with a little aim training, and here it is. The pistol round goes for Inferus, I'm sorry, and yeah, it looks pretty good right now. Some investment actually, a lot of MP9s actually. I wonder if it's going to be more B heavy then, a little bit of push maybe. No, still quite defensive. Kova's Academy not really risking anything. Bernavi getting Fusion down. Ajax finding another one, and that's just all too easy. That's the repeat of the pistol round. Completely overrun here.
10-7 for Inferus. 6 more to go for them to close things out. Full buy for Kova Academy. Same scenario as we had last time, but because Inferus, they were the one to find the first 2. Then after that, the buy with the SMGs now coming up was obviously the same. But then on the T side, if Inferus can win this round, then they're going to win the bonus buy, pick up AKs. And this game is going to be quite hard for them to close out. But Kova, if they do exactly like the script mentioned, because that's what we're playing, of course, with a script, it's going to be Kova Academy and win themselves this round. Then after that, of course...
play here from Kova's Academy, actually. Zeal hits his teammates, and now that nade literally finished Pazzi up here. They started off with a nice kill, actually. Nice nade line up on Banana, but now it's all given away. Inferus made up the difference. They pushed in. Bahai gets a kill, and he's really that A player, you know. He's been having a very good headshot day, and somehow he turns it around for Kova Academy. Fusion and Spy doing the hard work, and 8th round for them now.
Yeah, comeback potentially coming up here for Kova. I was trying to mention, of course, right, Kova Academy doing the same like they were in the early round. Inferus have won themselves the first 2 rounds. After that, Kova always finding a round. And now with the full buy for Inferus, if they don't win themselves this round, their economy is going to be down to the ground. So they better win this one. Otherwise, Kova might be able to tie things up. That's not something they like.
The hands of Wolfie. He ate up a nade actually at the end of Banana, now pulled back over quite deep into B site, but Bernawi gets a trade on the other side by being dropped. Was overextending a little bit, but there is one more player left in, I'm guessing as a fake there, and the Banana players, they are actually using utility already. They're just trying to get rid of Wolfie here. He's flashed, but he gets away. Mamu just completely wrecks the A site by himself there. It's opened up. It's going to be wrapped around. Wolfie finds a pick. For now, he finds Mamu, and it's only that B site now. Everything rests on Passive and Zeal's shoulders. The Molotov comes in a bit late and doesn't spread onto the bomb. Zeal gets it down nicely. It was also full HP. Nothing to worry about yet.
Here they come. First pick from Zeal is good. Second one has to come in. I think he heard the scope. Should be know where he is. Swings out. Right shoulder advantage. Pretty easy for Zeal to pick it up. And Wolfie cannot close things out. He will be the one to fall down. And just like that, the Kova Academy side will be able to find themselves 9. And now Inferus is reset. Now the chance for the comeback, like Buzzesmuth mentioned in the chat, is possible. Because this is basically an 0-0 game again.
Yeah, pretty much what it was in the first half, and I think it was similar to Vertigo as well. Inferus winning the first round, then Kova resetting soon, and Seal close to kill right there, Ajax. And once he gets to Inferus, it's pretty good. Wolfie, Root, they're all falling down. Inferus, they're falling apart right now. 2 players left in Banana. Well, the bomb is still back. Kova has all the time in the world.
Bomb is moving their way into A. So
Banana. Zeal once again mixing in some team damage, just careless shooting, but that doesn't really matter. Lamu already taking care of the Inferus players who are left on B site. For now, he tucked away, but surely Lamu will find him. But no, Bernavi's there. Gets one back with the USP.
yeah, Bernawi has to hold on to the AK though, and that's going to be the hard part. He picked it up, but now keeping it is something else. Gets shut down by Zeal with the burst mode Glock, and double digits for both of the teams right now. There's going to be a full buy for both of them as well. So this is the chance for both teams to either get themselves in the lead for one of the first times inside of this game, or inside the series even, or for Inferus to pick up some AKs, have the op potentially coming out as well, save some money and win it. Oh, they're running their way down Banana, or they're at least running their way down second mid, I should be saying. First kill goes their way, second one as well, completely getting shut down. The util damage on Banana is quite good too, if you look at Posse and Zeal, both being down to 60 or 50 HP. But they're running their way. They're going very fast. Ajax with the FAMAS, final player left standing, and a retake must be initiated quite soon. That bomb is going to get planted through the smoke. It's going to be the push coming in. Zeal will at least find himself that one. Barney able to take down Fusion, and there's still a chance for this retake to come in, but I feel like Kova is like in a sweet spot as well to close this out. This could go any way.
Zeal was sticking out, Izan was sticking out, and Pazzi is taken out as well.
Whew.
It didn't go the way they expected it to go, and now Inferus getting their 11th round. Through thick and thin. It was a pretty good start though. Inferus falling back, and then they just decide to go all out, one aggressive round, and they get it from the hands of Kova.
This is very important as well. There's a bomb plant, of course, coming in, giving Kova some money. With 1.9k loss bonus, that money is gone pretty fast. Losing this round, they are down to the bottom once more. Meaning that they desperately want to win themselves this round to, of course, get Inferus where they want to be every single time. Kova Academy looks like they have a chance to get Inferus down very low. Inferus climbs back up, makes things happen. Not a double up this time, just one for Adi. And Inferus is playing a normal setup. They have got some banana control and mid control, which is quite lovely. Kova tries to take it from them, but it's quite hard to do so.
Every incendiary nicely turned and struck down right now by Kova Academy, already progressing on to short. 2 players there. Apartments as well, waiting for their emergence. Adi turning the corner. Find someone here. It's a very around, full tension right now. Still that pit player, and Bernavi nicely tucked away on the box. Only right away, they can't get rid of Root. Only now they do it. And losing all these players in the process is not really good. Spy is the only one standing. Ajax also firing a nervous warning shot, but still gets Spy out of the fray.
4 players surviving as well for Inferus. This is good. The economy shattered for Kova. Inferus in a very good position right now. They pick up that round. Great A hold. Usually we see Inferus actually trying to fight. And then Kova Academy has been giving some opportunities. But I feel like if Inferus just doesn't fight for brackets. They have just gotten so many crossfires on the A side most of the time. It's so hard to beat. The AWP is in a very good position here for Adi to take them down from middle, but they're actually pushing in towards B. And as you look at it right now, Ajax, just get the ace, mate. Go for it. Pushing in with the P2K, and he finds it as well. A beautiful ace for Ajax, and that is 13 on the board. Inferus 3 away from closing out this game and going to the finals of the play-in stage.
Yeah, it's tough, but at least, you know, Kova's Academy now have that loss bonus. They can get these AKs out. Obviously, it was that Tech 9 train they tried to get going there, but it got sent back to the previous station and just met by Inferus very nicely, actually. And what I've seen as well, Inferus doesn't really push out a banana really much. They see Kova using a lot of utility. Instead, they opt to save that and turn it around later during retakes, and it has worked out so well for them. Inferus playing, you know, that smart game here. Plus, he nearly catches Bernavi. He's out in the boiler room entrance, but gets down finally. 4 on 4 now. Root has a good position. Fusion. Oh, Root. Very lucky to not go down there. Nade in hand. Most of Spy's bullets there. Got stopped by the wall, but that nade finishes up Ajax nicely. And 2 players left in a site. Looks like they're trying to wrap that 3rd player close by as well. Kova's Academy not really thinking of rotating right now. Maybe cutting away to B from Speedway, but there's a library player sneaking back.
Ooh, they're going...
Inferus is reading into it, but Zeal cuts away Root, and now they know what's going on. Inferus, will they react to it? If they're coming back, no, they're gonna save these weapons. They're really valuable. They have an AWP, they have a rifle, they have some utility saved up, and obviously that full armor is incredibly valuable coming in as well. Kova's Academy, they need to rebuy as well for 1 player.
I mean, you might be thinking, right, that's very stupid from Root to not, like, go for it or not have his gun out. But in a moment like this, he just wanted to fall back towards the B side. Inferus was playing for a save there already, and Root just tried to run away. Thought Long was the safest option, but Long was actually being contested. If Kova just went up short, they didn't even have to face anybody. But of course, they don't realize that. They try to wrap around. It doesn't matter. Still works out, but it's just fun to realize that Root actually just wanted to save there, but he just peeks into Kova Academy because he wants to try and save. Oh.
Yeah, it's getting surprisingly tight here, and we're gonna see an auto sniper being brought out by Ajax here, and coupled by an AWP actually in the hands of Addy. So Inferus feeling comfortable here, feeling really high and mighty. Ooh, that utility though, flying into face of Kova here. Pazzi definitely got some burn scars, but decides to shake it off and continuing that assault on Banana. 2 players pushed up. Bomb is still being kept back. They don't know that AWP might be used very well on mid. And nice reactions from Zeal. And great flash as well, actually, coming in from Ajax.
Ooh, Bernay picks up the kill. Finds himself a 4 versus 4. Kova really needs to pick themselves up more rounds right now, so this one could definitely be devastating. Already a player all the way into CT, Ryan, if you see it. Of course, Ajax is there with the auto sniper to still make things happen with the Scar 20. The alternative smoke gets thrown, giving Root a potential chance to push through it, but it's going to be hard for him to make that happen. There comes the flashes. Zeal still blind. Up close. Taking him down. Ajax still pushing all the way from the church. If Ajax is gonna find that frag, there's still a chance. But it's still a 3 versus 3. A flank flanks a flank. As Lamu comes out from CT, takes him down. Everything crumbles. Ajax all down to 7 HP. Kova Academy, they've just fought their way back in. And this is a chance. They pick themselves up 12.
Yeah, and just that end game of that round was feeling like a chess match, you know. Nobody was ready to make that first move, that first check, but there it came, and yeah, like you said, that flank around the flank kind of finished it off, and Lamu doing a good job as well. It's been underperforming so far on this map, but Kova's Academy, nice team play there to finish off Inferus defense with all that investment as well, of course. Like, remember, they had an auto sniper that found nothing, it did nothing.
Adi.
Now one AWP does find an opening, but there's the trade. Lamu finds Wolfie out in the open. There's a Deagle stack. On short, actually.
Ooh, triple, yeah. Boosted
triple.
up as well. This flash could be doing it all, though. Lamu taking down Adi with the AWP. Inferus. They only had an AWP invested into this, but they're just looking to make it work. 2 versus 4, and the A side still under control. Same set about the B side. Ajax even picked up an AK. Ryan, I'm starting to get quite nervous here.
Yeah, the rifle being picked up is like the biggest problem here right now. Inferus, you know, they were on the... They were having that moment of surprise, of course, and quote, why not? You can definitely do it with a boost, but now it's definitely another game, another story. Ajax finds the kill, the bomb is presented to him on a silver platter. Spy is peeking the same corner, he goes down, and Inferus, they are 2 rounds away. They turned the tides on their toughest round.
And once again, when Inferus is close to falling down, they build back up, and now they might just be securing themselves another round of a spot. Falling up into that finals, playing versus RQS up next, a little bit of a Dutch derby. As of course, Ajax is from the Netherlands. Adi, I don't think he is, but previously, Inferus had 2 guys from it. Wolf with the first kill, taking down Pussysaurus. And that is already 1 going his way. Jumping up onto the sandbags, finding a second. Finnish players are slowly but surely falling down. Bomb is still dropped all the way into T-spawn, so that's not something that's going to help him too much. Brackets control been given away, but what does it matter? You're into a 3 versus 5.
Yeah, you can just feel like Inferus are giving the best they can right now. And Ajax is just testing out different weapons. He brought in all into this fight. And actually, no, there's a team kill. Fusion takes out Lamu. There's a refrag. The spy goes down as well. It's just Fusion standing. The absolute murderer. He's being punished for it. Gets taken out by GNU, finally. And Inferus now. Match points ready. And Kova brought down to their knees.
And this must feel devastating. You're losing yourself a round that you were not ever supposed to be losing. You're fighting back in this one. You're losing the first 2 kills. You're finding an entry back in. And you're killing a teammate. Actually trading out your own entry you just brought in. And that's not going to be worth helping out whatsoever. Ajax able to get into that smoke. The nade is coming in. The molly as well. They're running into B. Ending it on a high note. Or giving a beginning of a possible very large comeback that still has to come in. The first stone, the foundation been laid out as that bomb is planted.
Yep, the lesson learned here from Zeal, you never stay out in the open like that on B site, you're just going to be sprayed down there through the smoke, and Inferus likes doing that. Ali with the AWP, actually the only player standing, but I don't think he's going to be challenging for it, unless, no.
Picks up an AK, so...
He's really close to it, you know, it's still match point, you can do something, no, never mind.
Doesn't matter. The AWP can still be picked up. I don't know if Kova even wants it at this point. I don't know. It hasn't felt like Kova has yet done too much with the AWP. Has yet been needing it too much as well. I mean, if you want to challenge an Adime, maybe, but it doesn't seem to be needed.
Into their playstyle.
Yeah.
Look at Inferus as well. You know, they had pockets full of cash right now. They can rebuy. Ajax opting for the
Max 7
once again. But that Max 7, I guess it's going to be positioned on the semi-wall. Yes, it is. Adi? Yeah, I'm sorry. Adi opens up nicely.
Yeah, you could say both, I think. I mean, Adi is just how we say it in the Netherlands most of the time, so that's how I go for it.
Now he finds Lamu, and Inferus looking to close it all up now. Top made under heavy fire. Grenades coming in. Boiler room containing a spy.
But Kova Academy, 3 players left to close things out. 2 players are low HP. There it goes. They're falling down. This should be it. 16-13 could be the case. Falling.
Ready for it unless Root is there, but Wolfie finds it nicely, turns the corner, turns the tide, and finally gets what's theirs. Inferus finishes the series 2-0 and goes to the play-in final as well.
That is something we expected, but I feel like Kova Academy 16-10, 16-13, as we're moving back into the cameras real quickly to get you guys a little bit of a feeling of who we are as well. And of course, just review the map just for the last bit, just give our expectations for the following matches as well. That's the best thing that we can do right now as I'm shutting down the HUD, etc. on the background. But yeah, it was a very nice game to see in the end. A deserved win for Inferus International, I believe. But Kova Academy fighting back 16-10, 16-13 was still quite convincingly. The problem was with Kova Academy, every time they were in the rounds where it was needed, there was just something falling apart, something going wrong. So if they improve in that, there's definitely going to be more room for it. But that's also a thing. I mean, you mentioned they don't necessarily play in ESCA Open. They might be like a little bit nervous at some point whenever they're feeling it, whenever they're playing, like they're probably not playing too much officials in particular. I know there are a lot of them also in school and stuff, so they might not be having the most of the time to actually play a lot of these officials and get used to these type of plays inside of a best of 3 as well. You're going to be needing to be there at some points inside of the game, just at some point show your true potential. And that's not something they did right now. Whenever it mattered the most, we said it multiple times, whenever there was a chance for them to do it, some nerfs, something, Inferus just was the better team at that point.
Yeah, exactly. But, I think it's still a great showing from Kova, especially here. They had a lot of forfeit wins in the group, but they did take one of the biggest scalps. They defeated RQS, which definitely was a big game. And now, the winner of this pair meets RQS here, Inferus International. And that's definitely going to be a spectacle, but still well played for Kova Academy. They got the 9 points from the group, and it wasn't all that bad. They actually switched out Gamax as well, like we discussed earlier, who probably had a little bit of a disappointing tournament, but still, I think it was very entertaining to see, especially that Inferno.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're going to take a look at the bracket one more time, just for you guys as well, to see what's coming next. Immensity versus Myth Esports is ongoing right now. It is map 1 almost done, and it looks like map 1, the map pick of the side from Myth, is going the way. They're not playing for Myth anymore. We're gonna change the visuals for that. They're not playing for the organization anymore. They're playing for Myth, so we're going to change that. But they're currently winning on their own map pick, at least 14-11. We'll keep you guys updated, of course, on our socials for that. But they're gonna be facing off against Inferus Academy. And Inferus International is now going to play versus RQS. A very nice derby to see who's going to be facing off inside of the semi-finals of the playoffs as well. To see which team is going to be claiming the title of Authority League Season 4. Yeah, we've done a lot of games, of course. 6 weeks about of group stage. And now it's looking to all be done quite shortly. So we're definitely we still have a lot of games yet to come. But the league isn't going to last too long, so be sure to be here, because it might just be over very, very shortly before you even realize. We're going to see what matches are coming up next. But Ryan, do you have any last words for the chat, or are we just going to shut it off?
Well, thank you all for watching as usual. I know we have some nice diehard fans, and I hope we have a lot of them present for the rest of the games, for the play-in finals, and all of the rest of the games. We still have several coming up, so tune in, and see you next time.
Yeah, definitely. Hope you guys all enjoyed watching the stream. We had some technical issues on the first bits, but I still hope you guys enjoyed the rounds that you did see in the end. But we'll be back probably for the next few matches. There's still a few left inside the play-ins. And of course, after that, also still the playoffs coming up. And be sure to stick around for the following seasons, because we get quite a lot of questions for it. We will be trying to be back, of course, after that, but that's still going to take a while. Hope you guys all enjoyed watching today's stream. My name was Jesse with DutchBoyCast, and I thank you guys all for watching, and see you guys all some other time. Goodbye, everyone, and I hope you guys are all starting a fantastic day.